The world meta is here to help you focus while building your world and to help you advance and focus your world building. Today I will show you step by step how the meta is structured and will give you some tips from my experience using it. As usual, you will need a World Anvil account. Each account here will work with this, but of course you will have more possibilities to style your meta with a paid subscription. Especially custom containers and sections which come with the Grandmaster tier will be pretty useful in the world meta. Besides your World Anvil account, you will need inspiring material for your world. Start with music, movies, books, and images. You won't need everything of these, but you should have a lot of different inspirational sources. Let's begin with finding your world meta. Navigate to the World Anvil backend. Then click on World Settings in your left-hand navigation bar. There you will find the menu entry for your world meta. As other world settings, your world meta won't autosave. Keep this in mind and save regularly. I prefer saving after each entry, but you should save after each section in every case to prevent data loss. The first section of your world meta is the scope. This part deals in three prompts with your own motivations, the things and feelings you are getting from your world building, and of course, what makes your world different from every other world out there. While you can fill in each other section in any order, I strongly recommend to actually start with your scope. You should also invest more time in this section. This is all about your motivation, and you can look at these prompts when you lose your motivation or write yourself into a corner. It will recommend you why you are doing all of this. The next section is your theme. This part is all about your world's genre, as well as the feelings you want to transport to your reader or your players. You will also decide on the amount of change your player characters or protagonists can cause in your world. In addition, you will answer the question if your world is bright, friendly and Disney-like, or dark, bleak and war-torn like Warhammer 40k. Maybe you are somewhere in between these extremes. Last, you will deal with the themes, the recurring motives you want to use in your world. In the focus section, you decide on the 3 points you will work on first. These are no physical locations though, but aspects of world building you deem interesting and therefore important. For an urban campaign dealing with intrigue, you will probably put more weight on social structures, political relations, and wealth distribution. With a war campaign, you will maybe focus on military, technology, and maybe even the government of your regions. The scene section will be the first section where you will actually limit your world building. The reason for this is simple. If you don't have limit, you will get lost. It doesn't matter if you are running a campaign or if you write a novel. There is no point in describing a small island in the middle of nowhere in painful detail if this island is never actually visited by your players or protagonists. As an example, in an urban campaign, there is no use to create a suburb that has no plot points and will never be visited or interacted with by your characters. This section is about the absolute basics of your settings, like the question where to start or how your world is different from ours, how it was created or how it looks like. In the people section, it's all about the population of your world. Who lived here in the past? Who's living here today? How are they different people and species connected to each other? In this section, you will also have your first seeds of world history, as well as the seeds for additional drama points, which will evolve from the goals of your population groups. For me, this point of the meta is the most difficult, as long as I didn't think about the past cultures yet. On the other hand, this past is important because it provides you with ideas for stories and adventures. Next, we move on to the drama, the conflicts of your world. You should not neglect this section in any way. Your drama points will spawn your stories and adventures, make your world seem larger, and instantly add some layers to your world. It's like magic. If you don't know where to start with this, TV tropes can help you gather ideas for your genre. As usual, you can find the link to the website in the video description. Last, we have the inspiration section. Here you will put the inspirations for your world. Some parts, like the book titles, you will enter as plain text. Others, like music and images, you will probably embed. This serves not only for you as a help to remember in which direction you want to go, but it is also an additional help and orientation for your players and readers. As I said, you don't have to fill in the meta in the provided order. You don't even need to fill it in completely. If some aspects just don't fit or match your world, leave them out. Even the amount of data you put in here is totally up to you. So, what advice could I give you? In my experience, it's better to fill in the meta in 2 or 3 passes, especially if you never did it before. In your first pass, you will put just bullet points into your input fields. This serves as a brain dump, where you put everything in here which comes to your mind without sorting or prioritizing. Don't limit yourself here. In your second pass, you will expand the important points to a paragraph and will delete everything you don't deem so important after all. This is where you really start to think about what you want to have in your world meta and to which extent. The sections where you can expand easily will push themselves forward as the most important aspects of your world. Listen to your gut feeling here and focus on these points. The most important advice would be this: your world meta is not a law. If it doesn't fit you anymore, or your story, or your campaign, just change it. It's there to help you, not as a collection of steel chains you are forging onto yourself with every word. For Europe by Night, my world meta looks like this. And that's it with today's video. If you found this overview of the world meta helpful, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. Here you will find another one of my videos, and on the other side you will find the playlist with all my English World Anvil tutorials. Until next time, bye!